Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittnee. Today I'm going to show you how to make these pretty Isomalt decorations. You can use them for cake decorating or dessert plating. They're super easy to make. Let's get going. So going forward on this channel, I'm going to be posting videos about cake decorating, chocolate making, and plated desserts. So if you're interested in any of those topics, be sure to subscribe to my channel. All right, to get started, the first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees and then gather your supplies. So you're going to want some gloves, some food colors. This one is gel, and then this is just like the regular ones, the liquid kind you'd buy at the grocery store. You can use either. I'm going to use both. Some bowls, as many as you want colors, and then one for white. And then you're going to need some Isomalt crystals, which look like this, and I will link these in the description below where you can buy them. You're going to need 2 sheet trays and 2 silicone baking mats, and I'll link these in the description below as well. We're first going to pour some Isomalt crystals in each bowl. Now you're going to want to put your gloves on. And then these colors come out really fast, so I'm just going to put this plate here and put a little drops of color on the plate. Sorry, it's the gel ones that come out too much, so I'm going to put the gel ones on the plate. Just a little drop. That's a lot. You would not want that in the bowl. Okay, so I'm going to do purplish pink and the blue on the plate. And then this one is a lighter pink, and because it's so liquid, I can control better how much comes out. I'm just gonna start with 1 drop. Start with less, add more if you think you'll need it. You don't wanna start with too much. So you're just gonna kind of like massage it like this. And not every crystal is going to like turn the color. There will naturally just be some like darker chunks and still some white chunks in there. You can see that. So we've got the pink done. Now we're gonna do, this is like a purplish pink color. And this is the gel color. You just do the same thing. Massage it in like this. Now, this is very important. You need a flat sheet tray. So the way to test this is lay your sheet tray like this and poke it in the middle. Oh, it's not doing it. It did earlier. So this one's pretty flat. But if you can see it bow like this, it's not flat. When the Isomalt melts, it'll run to the sides and it won't create the effect that we want. So actually I could probably use this pan, but this one is a nice, beautiful flat pan. See how it doesn't bow? Usually you can push it in the middle and it pops. Those kind you don't want to use. Okay, so you're going to take your silicone baking mat, and you want to use the flat side. There's a smooth side, and then there's kind of a little bumpier side. You're gonna put the smooth side up. So I'm gonna start with blue. There's a few different patterns you can do. You can do stripes with the colors, with white in between, or you can do almost like a checkered pattern with white in between, and that gives you more of a color blend. This one I did stripes, so you can see there's large chunks of color. But if you want it to be a little more mixed, you're gonna do the checkered pattern. I'm gonna do checkered today so I can show you the difference. So I'm gonna do like a little handful of blue there, and then white on both corners. Then I'm going to do purple and white. My oven is preheated. And some more white. Okay, now I'm going to show you the stripe technique just for fun, in case you want to try it. So I just lay out the color like this, then I put a thin row of white in between. Now you're going to kind of like tap them down. You don't want it to be too thick, like you want to space it out a little bit so you can see the silicone baking mat a little bit underneath coming through, because you want it to get nice and bubbly. So there needs to be spaces where there's no isomalt, so you can create little holes. Okay, now I'm just going to do this to kind of clean up the edge. And then I'm going to lay the other silicone baking mat on top. And then I'm going to put our other sheet tray on top of that. All right, so once your oven's preheated to 400 degrees, we're gonna put the isomalt in there for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so at this point I have taken the isomalt out of the oven. I ended up leaving it in for the full 25 minutes to give it a good amount of time to get melty. I'm going to carefully take off the top sheet tray, set it aside, and you can see through the melted isomalt here. And I'm going to show you how you can check to see when it's ready to pull off that top silicone baking sheet. So as you can see, if I pull up one corner, you can see, hopefully, that that's nice and melty, okay? So you can't take the baking mat off yet. All right, so at this point, I've waited about 5 minutes. I'm going to check it again and show you what the texture looks like. Oh man, look at that. So the baking sheet is peeling off nice and clean. I'm going to show you the next step. Now with your gloves on, while it's still warm, you're going to lift up a corner to help you. And you're going to just kind of peel it off and make it wavy. Basically, you can do whatever you want to do right here. And I'm gonna leave a little section flat because you can also use it flat. I think it's really pretty wavy. I love isomalt so much. Look how pretty it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit more. Oh, and I almost forgot to show you. So this is the stripe pattern. You can see it goes from blue to purple to pink to white or clear. And then this is the more checkered pattern. So you can tell that it's mixed up a little more. And this batch doesn't have as many bubbles as the batch I showed you earlier. And that must be because I had more isomalt crystals laid out on the pan. So, you know, you can always experiment and see how it turns out. Kind of turns out different every time, but that is kind of the fun of it. Okay, so this is a little bit wavy. I really like it. Now we just wait for it to dry completely, and I'll show you what to do after that. All right, so I've got my isomalt here. The pan is still a little warm. It's not quite dry yet, but I did want to just tell you that I forgot to mention earlier, we had extra isomalt crystals that were colored. You can just put them in a Ziploc baggie to use later. I also want to know who's planning to make some isomalt and what project are you going to use it for? Are you going to decorate a cake with it, like coral or like the ocean waves or a plated dessert? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, our isomalt is all cool now, so this is the final step. You'll know it's ready when you can pull it off the baking sheet like this. And we're just going to break it into pieces, which is kind of fun. And it looks like this. So you can use this for a little decoration. So we're just going to break it up without shattering too much of it because I hate to waste it. It's so pretty. So once you're finished breaking it up in pieces, that one really shattered. It really makes me sad when that happens. But anyway, so you're gonna take the larger pieces and you can just store them in a Tupperware container to use later for all of your desserts and decorations and all that. All right, there you go. Making these decorations is just that simple. If you liked this technique, please like the video down below and subscribe for more. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you next time.